everybody, this is Melissa Martin with Harpo Properties in Wilmington, North Carolina, where with every home sold, we save a dog in a shelter. And so one of the things that I thought would be super beneficial to share with other agents is how we utilize a one-page business plan every single month. It's for me, for the team, and also for our agents and our admin staff. And so if you're with Keller Williams, you have heard the term 411. And if you're not with Keller Williams, or maybe you are and have never heard the term, I want to kind of explain to you what this one-page business plan is and how you can utilize it in your business. So let's start with the 411 and what it means. It's 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year. And so what you do is you break this down. We've made these specific for our team, and we've attached one for you. If you don't see it, send us a message or an email and we'll get that sent out to you right away. But what you do is you think about your annual goals. So what do you want to accomplish in your business? What do you want to accomplish personally for the year? And so it's important to set these goals for the year and revisit them daily. This is a working document for me and my team. We keep it on our desk. We look at it. We submit this to the team on Monday mornings before our first call, and we hold each other accountable to what we say we want to do during the week. So it's not just empty words, it's actually action. And so I made a sample for you here just to kind of show you how this would work as you work this out with your team. So if you have your annual business goals and you want to close 60 units, you want to hold 24 open houses, you want to have 4 events, and you want to make 2,400 contacts. Well, I put in here 48 weeks because that's kind of how I build my business. I work 48 weeks. I take 4 weeks off. So if you build it out this way, and then please don't underestimate the importance of personal time or personal goals. And so I just did a couple here for you to see, or a few. So pay off $50,000 because a lot of us have financial goals. Exercise 144 times, and then read 20 books. So let's say that you make a plan and it looks like this. Okay, I'm not saying this is my plan. I'm just giving you an example of a plan. So if you're going to do this for the year, then what you would want to do is break this down. And so for the month, to stay on track with this, you would need to close 5 units. You would need to pin 5, put 5 under contract, make 200 contacts, hold 2 open houses, and set 8 appointments. So this is for your month. So let's say this is January. Personally, exercise 12 times, $4,200 to whatever creditor falls in this 50,000. Here I'm reading the book Let Them, so I'm going to use that as an example. So read Let Them, and then half of another book, because the goal is 20 books. So we got to break that down, right? And then 4 date nights with my partner and 1 day off every week. So this is what this month is going to look like for whoever has these goals, okay? And then you're going to go to your 4 weeks. This is so important. You're only going to plan out the next week. I'm not going to come in here and say, I'm going to do this on week 4, on week 1. I'm focused only on week 1. So as you can see, if you look at your business goals, if this is what you're going to do per month, then you're going to break that down. So 50 contacts. The way that we're going to do the 50 contacts is to focus on your database. If you're a Keller Williams agent, you have heard of DT, D2. So that's there. That's the activity, right? Next is to set 3 appointments, because there's a lot happening here. And in order for this to happen, this has to happen. So set 3 appointments, have 2 closings, put 2 under contract, and get 1 signed client. That can be a buyer or seller based on what your business plan is. And also your personal goals. So to break this down, go into the gym times 3, 10,000 steps times 5 days. That is actually a goal of mine. Read 75 pages. In order to read 20 books in a year, you need to have some sort of reading plan. What does that look like? And so read 75 pages this week, have 1 date night, and take off Sunday. So this is the weekly plan. Now, let's say that you do this first week and you don't set 3 appointments. Now it's week 2 and you didn't set 3 appointments, but you need to set 3 appointments in week 2. Let's say you set 2 appointments. So 1 appointment is going to carry over. So now week 2, guess what? You've got to set 4 appointments because you're now carrying over. And this is why it's important not to go in and build out your whole week ahead of time, because it now doesn't become a working document for you. When you have to look at this every single week and say, oh, I did this, but I didn't do this. Now you're going to stack it onto the next week because you got to hit your goals, right? So unless you're going to change all of this, and I don't recommend that you change this, especially not right away, like at least 90 days. My team and I work in 6 months. So unless something's just not working, but we look at 6 month increments and say, okay, we're on target, or we really need to bump this up or pick this up. So I'm going to encourage you to do the same. One thing you'll notice is that I do color coding. So I even do this on my sheet. I have a color for personal, a color for, I even go a little step further. I have a color for personal time with my people, and then personal goals. And that includes like exercise is one color, finances are one color, family is one color. And what I do is I translate that over to my calendar in those color blocks so I can make sure I'm staying very even and balanced out. And I'd have a different color for business. And so you can do whatever works for you. If you're a paper person, figure out what that looks like. I do a digital calendar, but a paper 411. And then we created this document, and on the back of this, we actually have the things that are due right now, like due ASAP. What's high priority for you or your team? What's medium priority, and what can you delegate and pass off to somebody else? And then what can just be eliminated? How many of us love to make to-do lists and you're like, man, that really doesn't matter. So go ahead and take that off. You don't need it. And then what's something that can move to next week if your week is really stacked and you're really finding yourself behind? Then what can you put over until next week? And keep that, because whenever you go to do next week's 411, you can say, oh, I got to make this happen in the next week. So this is how we work the 411. In order to have an accountability call with me or my director of operations, my team has to submit a completed 411 by 9 a.m. on Monday. Otherwise, I don't know why we're meeting. Like, what is happening in your life? How can the team support you? What goals are you working towards that we need to help you with? And so this is a ticket into an accountability call or a coaching call. We do have a team meeting, but if you're not submitting this, and you really don't get to engage in the team meeting because you're really not doing what the team is requiring. And this is a standard for us, because at the end of the year, we can actually look at these and we can say, man, we did that, we did that, we did that. And so we have a working document for each person on the team. We also have one for the team, which is really cool to be able to show up on a Monday morning call and say, hey, look, guys, we did this. Like, we committed to this, and now this is what we did together. And that involves taking everybody's goals for the week. So let's say I have a 50 contact goal, somebody else has 25, somebody else has 25. Well, that's 100 contacts for the week. And so we put 100 contacts on the team 411, and we're able to check that off, which is really cool, and it gets everybody excited. So wanted to share this with you. We do take this one step further, and as we build these out, we create what's called a GPS, and that's goals, priorities, and strategies. And so let's say someone on the team does have a goal to close 60 units. How are they going to do that? What are going to be the lead levers that pull them into that type of business and give them that type of volume? And so we are willing to have a one-on-one call or even a small group training session for you and your team, and show you how we build out a GPS every single year. We actually build out several for different parts of our business and what that will look like, so we can share that to the team. And we post those up in our office so everybody knows what the common goal is and what we're working towards. So what we want to do is give you a copy of our 411, a blank one, obviously, and then offer an opportunity to meet one-on-one or in a small group setting for a handful of people. If that's something that you're interested in doing, we'd love to, schedule some time, meet with you, and talk to you on how you can implement this one-page business strategy for your team. And if you don't have a team, if you're a single agent, you need this. This is what will keep you accountable to what your goals are. I do encourage you that if you're a single agent, that you share this with somebody, because we can't hold ourselves accountable. It's just not possible. But share this with somebody, make this out, and put it where you see it every single day. I tried to do this electronically, and here's the thing. I need to walk into my office and see it on my desk and say, okay, this is what you're doing today. This is what's important to you this week. And this is how your calendar needs to look for you to be able to accomplish those things. If you'll notice, it's about the activity. It's about scheduling the open houses. It's about getting on the phone and making the calls. It really is about the activity that takes you towards the goal. Because if we have a goal without action, it really is just a wish. And none of us can run a successful real estate business by making wishes. We've got to have the activity. And so I hope you find this valuable. See the attached documents, and you'll be able to utilize those. And if you need more clarity, please feel free to reach out. Just a phone call away would be happy to help you or give you some direction on that, or set up a time to do a training or a one-on-one with you. And just to remind you that we service all of Southeast North Carolina, from South Carolina border up to about Jacksonville. We are your best friends in real estate. With every home sold, we save a dog in a shelter through sponsorship in memory of a dog that I lost in 2019 named Harpo. And that's the name of our business, is Harpo Property. So thank you for being part of our referral network. Thanks for watching. Would love to see your 411, see what you're working towards this year or this month, and just cheer for you as you push towards your goals as well for this year. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.